Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will start our training with a brief for Windows 10. We know always that we only have 5 minutes with the customers to give any of that customer's introduction about the new products or a new operating system. So today we will give you how to introduce the 4 most important pillars to the customers, and with each one we will know how to demonstrating that to him. First of all, we need talking with the customer about first point, and the first point is that the customer will feel familiar and better than ever before, that if he starts using Windows 10 he will start feel familiar once he starts using the operating system, because he will go finding start button that he is not able to find it with Windows 8 before. So this is the first step that will making that customer feel familiar. So he will find start button again, but once he pressing that button he will find a drop down menu appearing to him with all his applications and programs that he have in his machine. So he will find something little bit changed, that he will find that applications not look like that he find with Windows 7. He will find it like what we have before with Windows 8. It's a live tiles. We remember that the live tiles, once we received anything, you will find that tile is moving. So this is what will making the customer and the user of that operating system feel familiar. The second thing, he will find also the taskbar, the down in the screen, and also he will find the background. He can use everything related to the desktop, so he can change the background, everything. So this is the first thing that will making that customer feel familiar. What about that he will feel better than ever before? We have 2 options we need to talk about it with that customer. First of all, that he will find an option and a feature called Snap, that he can open more than one application at the same time and put all that application in front of his screen and rearrange it like he wants. Second thing that we need to talk with him, that is called virtual desktop, that give that customer a chance to using many of virtual desktop. So with, for example, for first desktop, I can open some of the apps or some of the applications, some of the programs, then moving to another desktop, keeping my old applications and programs still running and opening different desktop, but this desktop actually is virtual. So we will move to the second step, that we must talk with the customer to introduce the operating system, Windows 10, the new operating system, called the most natural experience. And with that point, we should talk about many of points. One of these is Windows Hello. What does it mean, Windows Hello? This is a new features coming with Windows 10 that give you the operating system a chance to sign in to your profile regarding to your face. So there will be a face detecting, face recognition, like what we have before with Xbox, especially Xbox One, that if you're standing in front of the Kinect, he's signing in direct to your profile. So you will find that feature with the new operating system, with only one condition, that must the device that is working with Windows 10 having a camera. So this is what we need to talk about with the customer. Second thing we need to talk about it in this point is start button and live tiles, and we're talking about that point with more details to the customer, that now we have that option, start button and that live tiles. And the third thing that we should talk about in this point is called voice and gestures. And voice, it seems like what we have also with Xbox One and Xbox 360, that if you want to do something through voice command, you can go with that. For example, with Xbox, if I need to say a voice command to the Xbox, I should start with Xbox, go to FIFA 15. The same with Windows. If I want to do that, there is something called Cortana. It will be available on Windows 10, but unfortunately it will be not available with Saudi Arabia region. It's only with USA, And that feature of Cortana, she's a digital assistant for you. So once you need anything, you can start talking to your PC and your machine, starting from this point. Hey Cortana, then you give her an order. For example, I'm hungry. So it will start searching around you for the locations of all the restaurants around. Last thing is called gestures, and for this, forget about what we have with Windows 8, that if you're using your hand from up to down, from down to up, from right to left, from left to right. Now we have only two gestures. It's coming from left to right, and once you're doing that, if the screen is touch, you will find something called virtual desktop, and if you start using your finger from right to left, you will find Action Center, and this is the new. What is it, that Action Center? That, for example, if you leave your PC and go away for a while, let's go for, say, for one hour, then you're returning back, you don't have to following all the applications or checking your mails. All what you need is going to direct to Action Center. You will find all what happened to your PC once you left until you return back is on that Action Center. Now we are moving to the third step that we should talk about with the customer, that it's called work across of all your devices, and this is called Continuum. That if the customer have a tablet and he want to use it as a PC mode, he can add a keyboard wireless or attach with keyboard. And if you want to return back to PC, to tablet mode, he can remove that or forgetting that using that keyboard, and the tablet will return back to the tablet mode. The second thing for gaming and the Xbox, that the customer can play online through his PC with the people that they have in Xbox One through online, only online. And if the customer decided to continue his game, for example, if he's playing Xbox One and he wants to continue to PC, he can do that through an application called Xbox app. Last thing that we should talk about is a first-party app. All the devices working with Windows 10 must have three applications. One called Mail, the second is Calendary, the third is, and it should be Photos. Last thing we should talk about is OneDrive. OneDrive, this is a cloud service Microsoft introduced it to the customer that gives them a chance to store and saving all them files through cloud service. Any kind of formats, they can also share it with others. Now we will start talking about the fourth step, and this is the last one, that if we finish it, that it means that we finish everything related to introduction of Windows 10. First of all, you have to inform the customer that Windows 10 is more productive than before. And with that point, we should talk about 3 points inside this one. First of all, you must inform the customer that now we have a new browser called Microsoft Edge. Forget about Internet Explorer, and Microsoft Edge give you features that you will not find it with Internet Explorer. Second thing, that you must inform the customer that there is something called Universal Office Apps. It means that all the tablets, small tablets, and Windows phones must have Office 2013 on student, like what we have before with Windows 8. And last step we must inform customer about it is Unified Windows Store. It means that you will find all the applications and all that platforms, Xbox, Xbox and PC and Windows Phone is connected to only one store. But if the customer asking for more details, you must inform him about this point, that PC store is the first priority for applications. So if you find that application on the PC store, it means that you will find it also on the Windows Store, Windows Phone Store, and Xbox One Store. And now, last step, that we will move to the demonstrating way. We will show you how to demonstrate that operating system and all features that we have with Windows 10 to the customer through a device working with Windows 10 operating system. Now we will start with the demonstrating step, and it's really important to the customer that we must show him all what we talk about. First of all, we should talk about the first point that called feel familiars and better than ever before. With feel familiar, I can demonstrating that first with start. So if the customer start pressing that button, he will find it's appearing to him look like what we have before with Windows 7. So all my application and all my programs like what we have before with Windows 7. There is a start button, but with a new feature like what we have with Windows 8. So it means that we have Windows 7 and Windows 8 mixed together. 7 it's start button and 8 for the tiles, and as you see it's already making the customer feel clarify about everything for his PC. First of all, on the left he will find File Explorer, document setting, and all his application and settings, and also he will find the button for shutting down, restarting, for the power in general. And if you want to check all his applications, he must press all apps. Once he pressing that, he will find all his application is here. Once I need to adding any of these to my start button, I can press here, then finding all the comments appearing to me. One of these comments is pin to taskbar, or I can find it to pin it to the start direct. I will check something here. Maybe we will find reader is not pinning. Yes. So once I press pin to start, you will find you can add it direct to the start button. This is for the first thing. Second thing, as you see, we have the desktop. It seems look like the Windows 7. So if I press right click or with my finger like I did, you will find all the comments that we have before with Windows 7. And last thing we should talk about, feel familiar about that operating system, is called taskbar. And as you see, if you're pressing start, you will find that we still keep the taskbar for the customer like what we have with Windows 7. And also we give him a chance to adding all his application to that taskbar. So I will add my music to the taskbar. So going to more option, pin to taskbar, you will find it becoming here. And also I can resizing that applications through pressing that application and choosing that, for example, large. And as you see, this is all about first step for the feel familiar. Second thing we should talk about is better than ever before. We're adding two features for Windows 10. First of all, I can add snap feature. So it means that if I open more than one application at the same time and I want to snap the screen for that, I can drag my application like this and he start already arranging all my desktop, so I can control the 3 applications at the same time. And one of the features that I have with Windows 10 is called it's called virtual desktop. So if I open, for example, more than one application also, and I want to add another desktop, what does it mean desktop? It means that I want to add more than one application and moving to desktop, and that desktop becoming virtual. I can use my finger from left to right. Once I do that, you will find a command down called new desktop. Once I press it, he will give me a new desktop. I can add different and other application. Let's go, for example, to setting. So it means with the second desktop I have setting. If I want to return to my old desktop with my old application, I can return to that direct. If I want to close it also, I can press to close. And by the way, I can add more than one desktop. It's unlimited desktop or virtual desktop. Now we will show the customer how to be more productive with Windows 10. Microsoft with Windows 10 now will having a new browser called Microsoft Edge. Now we will have a chance to use that browser to let you demonstrating that for the customer. For example, if the customer find any of these is very important to him, he can go to that pin on the corner. Once he pressing that, he will find editing and highlighting comments appearing to him. So he can use any kind of colors for that pin and start highlighting what's important to him. And also he can type with his hand or even a pen that what he want to write. And also he can save that file or that page as a GPG file, okay, and also he can share it with others if he have for example, applications that enable to share like Facebook or even his mail. And also we add new features that, for example, he forget about what he made in that highlighting and that all the things, that he can press that button, that he can start typing as a text to remind him about that page and why he highlighting this and why he shared it with others. For now, hoping that we have finished everything related to Windows 10. Hope inshallah meeting all of you next time with a new product and new lessons for Microsoft products.